Book of Heaven, Volume 36, June 5th, 1938. The sign whether the creature lives in the divine will is that she feels its life within her and its operating act, which is the greatest gift it gives to the creature. Centralization of God in the creature and of the creature in God. My flight continues in the divine will. I feel that it wants to breathe, palpitate, move, and think within me. It seems to me that it puts aside its immensity, its height, depth, and power to make itself smaller inside of me and do what I do. It seems to delight in descending from its height, to lower itself inside of me and breathe as I breathe, palpitate, and move in my motion, while still remaining what it is outside of me, immense and powerful, investing and surrounding everything. So while my mind wanted to enjoy it inside of me in order to give it my life and receive its own, it also wanted to go outside in order to cross its immensity, power, height, and depth with no boundaries. What an abyss of light, such that one can find neither the bottom nor the height or the boundaries. And while my mind was wandering, my sweet Jesus, visiting my little soul, all goodness told me,
"My little daughter of my volition, my will invests and envelops everything and everyone within its womb of light. It possesses everything, nor is there anyone who can escape it. All live within it, but they do not recognize it as source of their life, motion, step, warmth, and even of their breath. We can say that such creature lives inside our will as though she were living in our house. We offer to her what she needs. We nourish her with more than paternal tenderness, yet she does not recognize us, and many times she attributes what she does to herself, while we are the ones doing it, and she reaches the point of offending He who gives her life and preserves her. We can say that we have many enemies in our own house who live at our expense, like many thieves of our goods. And our love is such as to force us to give them life and to feed them as if they were our friends. How painful it is that our will should serve as dwelling for those who do not recognize us and who offend us. They are in it by reason of creation, because of our immensity, such that even if they didn't want to be inside our will, there would be no other place for them, because there is not one point in heaven and on earth in which our will is not present. Now, in order for the creature to say that she lives in our will, she must want it and recognize it. By wanting it, she feels that everything is will of God for her, and by recognizing it, she feels our operating act upon her. This is precisely the living in my divine will, to feel our power operating inside and outside of her. And as she feels that it operates, she operates together with it. If she feels we love, she loves together with us. If we want to make ourselves known more, she is all attentive to listen to us and receive with love the new life of our knowledge. In sum, she feels our operating life and she wants to do and does whatever we do. She follows us in everything. This is the living in our will, to feel our life that gives her life, to feel our operating act that moves, breathes, and operates within her being. These are our celestial inhabitants, our glory inside our dwelling. We are like children and Father. What is ours is theirs. But they do recognize it. They are not blind and thieves who have no eyes to look at our light, nor ears to listen to our paternal cares, and who do not feel our operating act upon them. On the contrary, those who live in our will feel the virtue of our operating act, and this is the greatest gift that we can give to the creature. Therefore, be attentive. Recognize that your life comes from us, that we give you everything, your breathing, your motion, to live life together with you.
After this, I kept thinking of the great wonders of the divine volition. How many surprises, how many unheard of prodigies, which only the divine fiat can do. And my always lovable Jesus coming back added,
"My blessed daughter, I created the creation and all creatures to form in them my delights, and to issue from our supreme being the excesses of our love and the prodigious power of our works. If we delighted so much in creating so many various and varied works in the order of creation, which was to serve man. Much more were we to delight in making unheard-of prodigies, works never thought of, enrapturing beauties, in He who was to serve us. Man, indeed, was the prime act of creation. Therefore, we were to delight so much in Him as to be always occupied, doing in Him as many beautiful works as we could, while man was supposed to remain always with us, to love us and let himself be loved, and to receive the great prodigies of our works. It was His withdrawing from our will that stopped our delights and the course of the works which, with so much love, we wanted to make in Him. But what was established by us must have its fulfillment. This is why we return to the assault, calling the creatures to live in our will, so that everything which has been decreed and established may be punctually accomplished. Now you must know that as the soul does her acts in our will, our love is such that we centralize our supreme being in her, together with all our works. Oh, what delights and joys we feel in seeing in her our majesty dominating, surrounded by all our works. The angels and saints pour into her and center themselves within her to honor their Creator, because all run where God is present and want their place of honor around us. But while everything remains centralized in her, yet another marvel takes place. She herself is centralized in everyone and in each created thing. Our will loves her so much that it multiplies her wherever it dwells and gives her a place everywhere, to keep her as though synchronized with itself in all its works. To be without this creature who lives in our will, we simply cannot. We would have to divide our will in two so as not to have her in everyone and in all our works. But we cannot do this because our will is not subject to division. It is always one and one single act. Moreover, our love would wage war against us if we were to put aside one who lives in our will. Rather, this is the reason why we want her to live in our will, because we want her together with us. We want to make known to her our works. We want to make her feel the heartbeats and the notes of our love, so that our love itself may love us within her. Works cannot be known from afar, nor can our love be felt. Therefore, we need to be with her in order to love each other, to know each other, and to operate. Otherwise, the creature goes on her way, and we on our own, remaining deprived of our delights and of the possibility to do what we want, to our greatest sorrow. Therefore, be attentive, live always in our will, if you want us to live in you, and you in us.
Fiat.